What's good, YouTube? My name is CJ. This is CJ Knows Tech, where I love to talk tech, sneakers, and anything creative. Today, we're going to talk about some of my top tech purchases of 2018. There's been a lot. So everything that I speak about will be listed in the description below with links. I'm just going to share some of my favorite tech so far of this year. Let's enjoy it. All right, for the first item, I have my iMac Pro. I won't get too deep into it, but simply said, my best purchase decision of 2018. I'm a pro user. This is a pro Apple machine. I switched from my custom PC 4K beast to this Apple built 4K beast, and I am golden. Best decision of 2018, hands down so far. There will be a full in-depth review from me, my perspective, coming soon. And speaking of the iMac Pro, if you look to the bottom right corner, this is a must for any iMac owner. Seriously. The CJKnowsTECH USB-C clamp hub for iMacs and iMac Pro. It comes in Apple Silver or Space Gray for the iMac Pro users. Bring a handful of useful ports from behind to the front. The convenience speaks for itself. A SD card, a micro SD card reader, 3 USB-A type ports, and 1 USB-C port to replace the one used from behind. I'll say no more, link is in description. Also, right next to this hub is my LaMetric Time smart clock. If you haven't watched my review on this clock right here, you need to go ahead and do it. Watch and discover all of the wonderful things that this social media sidekick can do. Track everything from your social media stats to even a Bitcoin market, or if you have a PayPal business account, Google Analytics, the list goes on and on. There are so many useful apps for this smart clock. Like it's overwhelming. Too many features to list. I won't say another word. You know a link is in the description. And if you look to the left of the iMac Pro, we have the G Technology 4TB USB-C external hard drive in Apple Silver, keeping the aesthetic of an Apple themed workstation. This is a great USB-C hard drive. I won't get into too much detail. I will save the detail for the video upcoming. I'll leave a link in the description down below, of course. Up next, we have the JBL Clip 2. I know the Clip 3 just recently released, but I appreciate the design and the price of the Clip 2, which is why I chose to go with this one. It's a great Bluetooth speaker for on-the-go use as well as stationary use. I love using this thing, especially over the speakers built into most smartphones. It's convenient, handy, sounds good, and comes in multiple colors. Check it out. Oh yeah, next up, this was another major purchase for me this year. I couldn't be happier. If you ever wonder how I get the crispy quality, that butter, and that sharp 4K, this is exactly how. It is the Sony A7 III full frame mirrorless camera with just about every feature that makes no competition for any full frame camera in this price point. No competition. And it's a unicorn, out of stock and on back order everywhere. Soon as they land in the States, they're gone with the wind. So just go ahead and place your order now, because you're gonna be in for a wait, but trust me, the wait is well deserved. Like, this is a A1 camera for stills, for video, for everything above, and it is at a great price point. I mean, you're getting everything. You got microphone in, headphone jack, USB-C, as well as dual SD card slots, and all of those other wonderful Sony features, you know, 4K and all that stuff, the things that you can't get on Canon or Nikon. Let me stop. I'm not gonna go too far. Trust me, there's a link in the description below. I'm gonna say it now, best camera of 2018. And speaking of Sony cameras, up next is a remote control for your Sony camera. I can't stress how useful and how impactful this small device has been. I shoot my content alone, which has its many obstacles, but having this remote tackles a few of them. I can get in frame, check my frame, and hit record while still staying in frame. And do you wish you had someone to snap those thumbnail photos? Well, guess what? No worries, I can activate the shutter and get that much needed thumbnail. I can activate an instant shutter as well as a 2-second countdown shutter. Review footage, scan the menu, and so much more. I won't say any more because I don't need to. Like, literally, if you are man, I don't have to explain. Look, just go get the remote. Trust me, all Sony camera users need this remote. Go. Oh yeah, and one more thing you might want to add to that Sony camera purchase is the Sony A6. It's a 5-inch IPS display, feature packed, budget friendly, on camera monitor. I mean, you get things like zebras, focus peaking, false color, image flip, and so much more. And it resembles, it resembles that small HD design form factor. It has the arm so you can flip it. You have to hit the image flip though in order to get it to flip. It's not auto flipping. Obviously, it's a budget version of the small HD, but this allows you to see yourself, frame yourself, or say if you're doing gimbal work, you get that nice 5-inch size monitor in a more convenient space while doing gimbal work. That way you can see your footage that you're recording without having to look beyond the motor to see on the camera for your footage. Like, trust me, this is an A1 budget friendly on camera monitor. I love it. I had this one sent out to me, full disclosure, but I've been using it ever since. Also, the Aperture VS2 is another great mention. The Fine HD monitor from Aperture is even greater. Cost is a little bit more, so if you want to save the budget, you know what I mean, stick to the Andy Cine A6. Okay, now on this one, I'll admit I was late getting in on this one, but I wish I would have jumped on it sooner because this is a godsend. The Nintendo Switch is a must. The concept of traditional stationary gaming and then being able to switch to portable, like with little effort, solve so many issues. Great concept, great console, and easy. Yes, the games are great, it's fun, it's definitely family friendly, and I enjoy this console so much. I mean, if when I eventually start getting invited to these, events and so forth, then I'll be able to use the traveling capabilities of this Nintendo Switch. Until then, I'll just sit here stationary playing Mario Aces. And last but not least on my top 10 tech of 2018 so far is the Beats X wireless Bluetooth earbuds. These are actually good. You know what I mean? I had my stigma and my prejudgment to the Beats brand, but since Apple took over, I can say that these are actually a pretty decent earbud set, Bluetooth. And that fast fuel charging technology that is given to you where you can get hours of play from 5 minutes of charge, I mean, that's A1. That's like a lifesaver. It has saved my audio experience so many times. I've gotten to my destination to use them and realized that they were on low, charged them for 5 minutes, and then was able to enjoy hours of audio. I can't stress that anymore. And then the W1 chip technology that's for Apple devices, obviously, but it's so easy to connect these earbuds with any Apple device. Now, it works with anything that isn't Apple as well. But my next one for the Beats brand would be truly wireless Beats Buds. That would be great. I'm looking into getting a set of fully wireless earbuds, and I'm going to be hitting the market and reviewing a couple of those coming up soon. One last thing for a bonus item, is it too early to add the Galaxy Note 9 to this list? Yeah, nah, it's too soon. Stay tuned. My name is CJ. This is CJ Knows Tech, where I love to talk tech, sneakers, anything creative. This is some of my top tech that I've picked up so far of 2018. I've picked up a lot more. This list could have been a lot longer. And at the end of the year, we're going to wrap up this list. And we might make it just a little bit longer because I love tech. And I got so much more tech that I love. And I would just love to talk about how great it is and let you know. Okay. I just want to tell you real quick about TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy.com/CJKnowsTECH. Now, you know, if you're on the road of making a YouTube channel, or if you have a YouTube channel, if you don't know about TubeBuddy, which I'm pretty sure you do, but if you don't have it and it's not in your extensions, look, it's free to get in the beginning. Of course, they have paid options and so forth, and you can graduate to that. But I guarantee you, I recommend get the free version and see what you're missing out of. This is like an A1 tool. People do YouTube and they don't even think about the back end, about the keywords and searching and how to rank. You have to rank in the search in order to get seen. You gotta have a butter smooth thumbnail and all that other good stuff too, which I'm gonna show you how to do in this Making YouTube series, but I highly recommend TubeBuddy.com/CJKnowsTECH. Yes, it helps me, it helps you too. And at the end of the day, I wouldn't push anything I don't believe in, I don't use. Now, I am a paid user. I don't have a free subscription. I paid for my TubeBuddy and I use my TubeBuddy and I love my TubeBuddy. That's why I want you to get TubeBuddy. That's it. I'm sorry, ranting. Bye. Anyways, smash that sub button, smash that notification bell right next to that sub button, and smash that like button. I'm out.